Hi, this is David Black. I'm a criminal lawyer in Phoenix, Arizona. Today I'm going to talk to you about how to evaluate a plea offer. All right, so first we need to understand a few basic things. When somebody's charged with a crime in Arizona, oftentimes there are consequences. There are maybe a minimum jail sentence or prison sentence if convicted after trial. There might be a conviction that stays on your record for an extended period of time, a felony on your record, for example, or something involving dishonesty that's going to really screw up somebody's employment. But whatever it is, there are consequences and risks associated with going to trial. Um, Conversely, for the prosecution, frankly, they can't go to trial in every case. If every defendant demanded a trial today, the criminal justice system would implode. And of course, that's something I've thought might be a good thing from time to time, but we're here today working within the system. And so I'd like to address how you evaluate something other than a trial, and that's known as a plea offer. So um, first of all, if you're watching this and you're actually going through the court process, this isn't a discussion for somebody who's innocent, nor is it a discussion for somebody who wants to fight all the way. This is a discussion for those people that call me, and there's a fair number of them who say, I screwed up, I want to take responsibility, but I don't want to take extra responsibility, and I certainly don't want to risk my future. So what can we do to wrap things up as well as possible for me? And so, in those cases, we typically receive, and we don't even have to ask for it, some kind of offer from the state. And that happens in misdemeanor cases between, a month and two after you start working. In felony cases, the same, although in some circumstances, much faster. Um, but how do you know if it's good? So, uh, long story short, you got to ask a lawyer. But so I'll tell you how I know if it's good. I don't know that it's something that one can do for themselves, um, unless they have the experience and knowledge to compare it to what might happen after trial and what other similarly situated people are getting. But here's what I look for. Let's give an example. My client is charged with a Class 4 felony. They have been accused of stealing a certain amount of money, and that's it. They've never been in trouble before. It's just barely the threshold to make it a Class 4 felony. And if they go to trial, they're probation eligible. What that means is that the judge could give the client probation and legally could give the client between 1 and 3.75 years in prison. But in certain jurisdictions, that's not a real possibility, okay? In certain jurisdictions, and Maricopa County is one of them, if you stole just a small amount of money, just barely making it a Class 4 felony, it's very unlikely you would be sentenced to any type of incarceration, honestly, after a trial loss. What does that mean for our plea offer? Well, it means that your plea better not include jail time, it better not include mandatory prison time, and it better not include a permanent felony conviction either, because those are the three things that probably would either happen or be better than at trial. And so that's just an example. I'm trying to be very vague here, but what we want to do is we want to look at what are we facing, what are the real consequences if we lose at trial, and how can we get some assurances that whatever deal we're taking is going to be better than that. The state allows us to stipulate to a lot of terms. The federal system is a little bit different. Things are a little bit harder to get guarantees, but in state court and city court in particular, you can definitely plead away the worst consequences very often. There are some crimes where negotiations aren't quite as reasonable. Usually, when there is lobbying money, like DUIs, right? So frequently we'll get a client charged with a DUI, and the prosecutor say, "Here's your plea to a DUI," and we'll have to say, "Why would we accept that plea?" That's what's going to happen at trial, and so we fight and fight and fight on those. But more often than not, you're looking for something better than actually always you're looking for something better than what would happen at trial. So I hope that wasn't too confusing. I hope it helped you a little bit understand the plea negotiation process. And I hope if you do have questions, you'll call our firm. Thanks.